Actually, I was looking my location. Where am I right now? So, here am I. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to explain you all about the basics of GPS. But at first, please to subscribe my channel, and if you have already subscribed my channel, then hit the bell button to get more notifications when I upload new videos. Now let's get started. What is GPS? The full form of GPS is Global Positioning System. The GPS or Global Positioning System is a satellite-based navigation system where it was first developed by the United States Department of Defense in 1970s, mainly for military purposes, and later in 1980s the GPS was provided to the civilians too. Now let's take an overview of GPS. Normally, GPS has a network of 24 satellites in space, and a few are kept for emergency purposes, and each satellite lasts for only 10 years. 4 satellites are always in lines to the receivers at any time or any day, any weather conditions, which means it is 24 hours available, because the GPS uses Trilateration mechanism. Well, what is Trilateration mechanism now? When you turn on your GPS or use your GPS, there are always a minimum 4 satellites available on top, because these 4 satellites helps you to locate in all dimensions, whether it is 2D or at 3D dimension. Now I will give you one example. Suppose you are here and you need to know the location where you are. So one satellite presence in that area receives your signal and got it that you are nearby in this area. The second satellite presence in that particular area does the same as the first one. Now these satellites intersects with certain points. You can see that it is not enough that to get your exact location till now. Now a third satellite comes and adds it. Yay! Now you can see that the GPS got you your location where you are. So this was about 2D trilateration. In 3D trilateration, it is similar as 2D, but in 3D it takes along latitude, longitude, and also altitude, which is height. Suppose you are 10 kilometers away from the circle A, which has a radius of 10 km, and 5 km away from circle B. Let's intersect A and B. Now the 2 satellites can track you that you are in between the intersection area. Let's add circle C to make the first 2 satellites more easier to track you, and the intersection point added into 2. Let's make one more circle as the Earth as you are on the ground. The more and more satellites we use for our track, the more accurate position we can get. So this is called as trilateration, how GPS deliver our signals to track location. The GPS comprises of 3 segments. The first segment is a space segment. From the word space, we can catch it out that it is obviously saying about the satellites. So in space there are currently working 24 satellites with their orbits in space, and there are total 6 orbital planes in space. In one orbital plane, there are 4 satellites present in it. Each satellites are limited for only 10 years, as I have said previously. The satellites are 20,200 km above the Earth's surface. Next is the control segment. The main control station is the US Air Force Space Command facilities at Colorado Springs. Along with Colorado Springs, there are four control stations, which are Hawaii, Ascension Island, Diego Garcia, and Kwajalein. These stations are known as the eyes and ears of GPS because it monitors each and every satellite they pass overhead in every 1.5 seconds. They again transmits the information to the satellites, and then the satellites send the subsets to the GPS receivers. The third is the user segment. The user segment are the receivers which receives the transmitted signal from the satellites for the purpose of determining their position, velocity, and time. Till date, the GPS, which is originally known as Navstar, controls by the US Air Force. So, the GPS and also GLONASS of Russia uses navigation to get more accurately around the whole world. Including Navstar and GLONASS, there are more navigation satellites around our world, but they only use it for their own country purposes. Like in India, IRNSS, Beidou of China, and Galileo of European Union. So, next time when you use your GPS, just think for a minute how much important the GPS is. So these are all about GPS and how GPS basically works. That's all for today, and if you have liked my video, then like the video and share it to your friends or to everyone you want to like to share, and see you all in my next video. Till then, see you all. Bye.